Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to learn pull image from AWS ECR using Helm in Kubernetes. So first, what's AWS ECR? AWS ECR is nothing but Amazon Elastic Container Registry, which is fully managed container registry service provided by Amazon Web Service. This is where we can store, manage and deploy Docker container image. Now let's see the prerequisites. First, you should have AWS account with Ubuntu 22.04, which is the latest version of Ubuntu, LTS EC2 instance up and running. Then you should have a private container registry in AWS ECR. Here you need to create a repository first, then you can push Docker images to the repository and then you can use these images when deploying the container and when you are trying to pull the image in Kubernetes cluster. Then you should have AWS CLI installed. AWS CLI is AWS command line interface. It is a tool provided by Amazon Web Services and it provides a set of commands for managing and administrating AWS resources. Then you should have Minikube, Docker, and kubectl installed and also Helm installed. Minikube is a tool that enables you to run the Kubernetes cluster locally on your machine. Docker is a platform for developing, shipping, and running applications in container. And kubectl is command line tool for interacting with Kubernetes cluster. And finally, Helm. This is your package manager for Kubernetes cluster. It allows you to define, install, and upgrade the complex Kubernetes application. So let's see the steps. First step is install Node.js and npm on Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. npm is a Node.js package manager and it is used to code, install, manage and share code packages written in JavaScript. Then create a Node.js app. For that, we will create a package.json and app.js file. Then create a Dockerfile for Node.js app. Dockerfile is a file which contains the information about the image, and after that, push the Nodejs Docker Image in AWS ECR. Then create a secret in Kubernetes to access the AWS ECR. For that, we will use kubectl create secret command and provide the correct credentials to it to access the AWS ECR. Then create a Helm chart for Node.js app and AWS ECR Secret and image repository in Helm chart Kubernetes. Then install the Node.js Helm chart in Kubernetes. In order to pull the image, we need to install the Helm chart which we have created. Then finally, run the Node.js app on browser using kubectl hold forward. So let's see the practical. Here, as you can see, I already have my Ubuntu instance running. Then also here is our EC2 ECR service, which is Elastic Container Registry. As you can see, I already have a repository name Node.js created. And here there is no image. Now what are we going to do? We are going to push the image in this Node.js app registry and then we are going to pull this image to help in Kubernetes cluster. Now let's see the practical. So first step is install the Node.js and npm on Ubuntu So for that, we are going to create a dictionary named Express app, and we are going to open that dictionary. So let's copy the command. Enter. Now our Express app dictionary is created, and we are inside the Express app dictionary. To install the Node.js app, use the sudo apt install Node.js command. This will install the Node.js. Say yes. Now let's install the npm. As you know, npm is our Node.js package manager, and it is used to install, manage, and share code packages written in JavaScript. Say yes. This might take some time. Say okay. Hit enter. And now our npm is installed. Now let's initialize it using the npm init command. This command will add the package.json file which holds the information about our project. It will ask for package name, version, and many other things. You can go with default by pressing the enter. Just hit enter. It's asking for package name, version, description, entry point, test command, git repository, keywords, author, license. Say yes. Hit enter. Now let's install the Express app. Sorry. We are installing the Express library and add it to the package.json file as dependency. After that, we are going to install the tool named Nodemon. It will automatically restart the Node application whenever it detects the changes in it. So let's install it too. Now Nodemon is also installed. Now let's create a Node.js app. So for that, first we are going to create a package.json file. For that, command is nano package.json. It will open the package.json file, and we are going to replace the code with ours. So let's copy the code. Save it. This package.json file consists all the files and dependencies required that describe our app. Now let's create a app.js file. Again, the same command and app.js. This will create a app.js file that defines a web app using the Express framework. Express is a framework for Node.js that helps developers organize their web application. Let's copy the code for app.js and paste it. Save it. Now we can run the application using the npm run start command. As you can see, our application is running successfully. Now the next step is create a Dockerfile for Node.js app. So let's create it using nano Dockerfile command. The Dockerfile is a file that contains all the information about the image that will run our application. So it's really necessary. Without this, you can build your image. Let's copy the code and paste it. Save the file. Now, after creating a Docker file, we are going to push Nodejs Docker Image in AWS ECR. For that, command is AWS ECR get login password. Let's just copy the command and paste it. The AWS ECR get login password will retrieve the credentials or password. Then the -- region up south one is our region name, and the pipe symbol takes the output of the previous command as and give the input for the next command. That's why the pipe symbol is used here. And Docker login username AWS suggests that our username is taken from AWS, and password stdin suggests the password is given in standard input. And this is our account ID .docker.ecr, which is Elastic Container Registry, and again our region name of south one, and .amazonaws.com. So let's run the command. This will authenticate and authorize the login. As you can see, the login is succeeded. Now let's build the Docker image. For that, the command is docker build -t Node.js app. The Node.js app is our repository name in AWS ECR. I have already shown you. And dot is used for current context. We are currently in Express app library, and we are going to build the image in this dictionary, in Express app dictionary. That's why dot is used here. So let's build the image. You can see our image is built successfully. You can check the image is built or not by running the Docker images command. So let's just run it, and you can see the Nodejs app repository shown, and our images ID is shown here when it is created like 16 seconds ago. So our image is built successfully. Now the next step is tagging the image. For that, command is docker tag. So let's just copy the command and paste it. As you can see, the docker tag will tag our image Nodejs add latest. So this is our repository name, and latest is our tag name. This is our account ID, same like previous one. .docker.ecr, then our region name .amazon aws.com, and Node.js app. This is our repository name and the previous tag latest. So let's hit enter. Now our image is ready to push. So let's run the docker push command. This command will push the image into the given Docker registry, which is Node.js app. So let's push it. As you can see, our image is pushed successfully. Can anyone view it? Refresh the page. As you can see, in Node.js app directory, repository, the image is pushed successfully with the tag latest. It also showing when is pushed in January 21. So after pushing the image successfully, we are going to pull the image, and for that we need to create a secret in Kubernetes to access the AWS Elastic Container Registry. For that, the kubectl create secret command is used. So let's just copy the command and paste it. Here, as you can see, the kubectl create a secret for Docker registry, and this is our secret name, which is Nodejs, and this is Docker server URL given here. It consists our account ID, then docker.ecr, then our region name, and .amazon aws.com. Our Docker username is AWS, and password will be retrieved using this command, which is AWS ECR get login password. This will retrieve the credentials from AWS. As you can see, our secret named Node app is created successfully. Now let's create a Helm chart for Node.js app and add AWS ECR Secret and image repository in Helm chart Kubernetes. So let's create a Helm chart. For the command is helm create Node.js. Node.js is our chart name. You can give any name you want to your chart. Now our Node.js chart is created. So let's just open the Node.js directory which is created, and in that directory we are going to modify the values.yaml file. So let's open the values.yaml file, and in this values.yaml file we are going to edit the repository. We are going to give our own repository name, then we are going to add tag, we are going to put the image pull secrets, because without the image pull secret, it will not pull the image from the repository, and we are going to run the application on our web browser. So for that, we need to change the service type and port. So let's do the modifications. First, let's change the repository. This is our AWS ECR repository given in the format of account ID. Then again, Docker ECR, our region, then .amazonaws.com/m repository name. Then let's give the tag latest. Now we need to give the image pull secrets. So let's copy it. Make sure to give the correct identification because YAML is case sensitive. Node app is our secret name, which we have created previously. Then we are going to change the service type from cluster IP to node port. We are going to change the port number also from 80 to 3000, which we have used in package.json file or app.js. So let's save the modification. After doing the modification, let's exit the Node.js directory. For the command is cd space dot dot. Now we have exited the Node.js directory. Now in order to pull the image, we need to install the NodeJs Helm Chart in Kubernetes. For that, command is helm install my node app Node.js. This command will install the Node.js app, where my node app is our release name and Node.js is our chart name. You can give any name you want to your release. Now our Node.js chart is installed successfully. Now to see if image is pulled or not, we are going to run the kubectl get pods command. This command will show all the running pods in our Kubernetes cluster. So the image creation is taking time. The status is container creating. Let's run it again. And as you can see, our pod is running successfully. Now we are going to use the kubectl pod describe command, and you need to give the image name which we have created. So let's copy the image name, paste it. This will describe our pod which is running. Sorry, command is kubectl describe pod. Hit enter. As you can see, The container is created successfully, the image is pulled successfully, and our Node.js container is started. So let's just use a new tab. Okay. After that, we are going to run the Node.js app on browser using kubectl port forward. So first, let's see the services. For that command is kubectl get service. It will shows all the active services. Here you can see our release name and chart name, the type of service and cluster IP and its port number. Now let's run the kubectl port forward command. Testing. Kubectl forward command is used to forward the local ports to a pod in Kubernetes cluster. Then --address 0.0.0 flag is used to allow the connections from any IP address. So let's just forward the port. Now we are going to open the Node.js app on our browser. For that, we are going to copy the public IPv4 address from our Ubuntu instance running and paste it in the URL, then colon and the port number, which is 3000. As you can see, our application is running successfully. It displays the message, hello world. This is Node.js in Docker container. Today, we have learned that how to create a Node.js app, then create a Docker image with the help of Dockerfile. Then we push the Nodejs Docker Image to the AWS ECR Private Registry. Then we created a secret with the AWS ECR credentials. Then created a Helm chart and added the private registry secret name in it. We also added the repository name. We changed the service type and port. And then we access the Node.js app on browser using the kubectl port forward command. So that's how you pull the image using the helm from AWS ECR. Thank you.